I was a cocktail waitress in a steakhouse in the late 90s. There were 6 of us waitresses, and we all wore black dresses and red lipstick. It was the uniform. We also all had pagers so that we could be reached while we were off the clock. One night, a regular customer came in and sat at the bar. He was a middle-aged guy who was always alone and always seemed to be drunk. As the night went on, he started making comments to the bartender about how much he liked our uniforms and how much he liked pretty young girls. The bartender told him to get lost, but he wouldn't leave. Well, an hour or so later, one of the waitresses went to the bathroom, and when she came out, she saw him following her. She told him to get away from her, and he actually touched her shoulder and said, "You're not as pretty as those young girls." Then he walked away. Well, this pissed her off, so she took a drink and splashed it in his face. He got up, yelled at her, and stormed out. About 10 minutes later, all of the waitresses got a page, and it said, "I want all of you to come to the bar right now." So we all went running into the bar area, and there was a cop standing there. He asked which one of us had been followed and harassed by a patron, and we all looked at each other and then at the floor. We didn't want to get involved in this. It was obviously he said, she said, and we didn't want to get in the middle of it. So the cop left, and 5 minutes later, all of the waitresses got another page that said, "I want you all to come to the back parking lot right now." So we all went running out to the parking lot, and the same cop was there, and he was followed by that same patron. The guy started yelling at us and saying, "You guys are a bunch of liars, and I want my steak." And the cop put him in handcuffs and took him away. We were all very shaken up and went inside to sit down. About 10 minutes later, the manager came out of his office and fired us all. He said that we had cost him a lot of money because we had given that guy a hard time, and now he wasn't going to pay his check. Well, after we all left, he realized that he had made a mistake. He had just gotten done with a big remodel, and he had spent a lot of money, and he had no waitresses. So he called all of us back, and we all went back. When we got there, he apologized and gave us all raises, and we all accepted and went back to work. But that night was the last night that any of us ever worked there. Yeah, maybe it's not a scary story, but it's the only story I have.